Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm actually doing an intro for once, which is crazy. I'm like very surprised. Anyway, so this weekend, Kat and I have got showing champs and I've cleaned all my tack. Well, actually, that's a lie. I've cleaned my tack for tomorrow. I've still got to do the bridal for the show classes. But anyway, that's tomorrow's problem. So, yeah, tomorrow is an early start. 4 o'clock I'm getting up and then we're leaving just before 5. There's a bug. Oh, also it's load shedding right now. So I'm being kind of blinded by this like chargeable light that's behind me. You can see it there. It's very bright. Anyway, so yeah, 4 o'clock start tomorrow. And we're gonna truck Cat through. We're gonna get it all turned out, looking fancy. And then we've only got working hunter tomorrow. Stressful to have it as your first class. Anyway, it's fine. And it will be the only class tomorrow. Unless we make it 2 Supremes, then it'll be 2 working hunter classes, but we'll just see how it goes. And I won't lie, I'm nervous. But we're gonna see. We're just gonna like take it as it comes. Hopefully they're not doing anything too drastic and crazy. But yeah. Kat's been enjoying the working hunter, so we're just gonna hope that that's like a thing tomorrow as well. And then Sunday we've got show hack, show riding, and then just after that is working riding, which is strange because last year the show hack, show riding was on the Saturday, and then the working classes were on the Sunday. But they've changed it up, which is so fun. I don't know. But anyway, stick around if you'd like to see that. I'm not sure if I'll be vlogging much more because it's kind of awkward. So I thought I'd just make an intro, and I probably won't make an outro, but yeah, hopefully this will be a nice video. We'll see how it goes, and I hope you guys stick around till the end and that you enjoy. So, working hunter, first class of the weekend. I got her really deep into that first one, but she just picked up her legs nicely, which I was very happy with because I was like, what am I doing? So, this course was the first time we actually did like proper cross country courses. I mean, cross country jumps that they have at Stellenbosch. So, it didn't really help with my nerves, but honestly, they weren't like anything crazy. Over here, you can see she kind of wobbled and thought we were going back into the arena. And I was like, no, we're going down the hill. So she did kind of trot a few strides, but I was like, you know what? It's fine. You just keep your balance. Then I nearly got taken out by that tree over there. I was like, oh, this is so fun. But, I mean, she did it like easy peasy. Then she flew over this one. Didn't look like it, but it felt like it. And did the rest of the course smoothly and easily. Apart from the drop down, I just looked like I've never ridden a drop before. You'll see here. She kind of flung me out the saddle, but anyway, it's fine. I was impressed with how easily she just jumped this last one here. And then we had our gallop at the end, which she always enjoys. I was very impressed with Kat going around this course so smoothly and like easily. And she seemed like she really enjoyed it. Like her ears were literally forward the whole time, apart from some little moments in the gallop. But I'm pretty sure that's just her like fast face, you know? Like when she's going for it, she puts the ears back. It's just how it works. We didn't end up placing. And I was like, okay, you know, sure. But some of the other horses that were in the class, they were more like a hunter bold, like the hunter type. So I suppose that also just kind of pushed us a little bit lower. But that doesn't change the fact that I was very, very happy with how she went around this track. The only thing I could really say that was wrong about this round was just the fact that she was on the wrong leg a lot of the time. So I think that also pushed down our like style marks, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, as you can see, she was very impressed with herself. Here's a few little videos that my sister got from my phone, just from another angle. You know, it's always nice to have more than one angle of things. But there you can see, you know, she's on the wrong leg. She was on the wrong leg the video before this as well. But she was just so good. I mean, hello, look at her. Look at her gallop. Oh, that's nice. Go, 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 go. on to day 2, and up first was show hack. Um, it wasn't like our best class. Like we didn't ride the best test that we've done before, but it wasn't bad. And I mean, I was quite happy with how she went, but comparing it to like the show riding, you can definitely see like a difference in just how she was going, how I was riding. But she still was very nice, looked nice and smart, except for a few moments where she kind of like was on the forehand a little, and like this is prime example. I'll just let it play. Then we went like extended trot instead of cantering. I was like, what is going on? And it was right in front of the judges. I wasn't very impressed. But anyway, I think we made up for it in our individual test. We unfortunately didn't place in this class, but I was still happy with how she went because I mean, look at her. She's like a little twinkle toes. Then right after that, we had show riding, and we did kind of make a little mistake in the test because I asked her for length and trot and she canted once again. So I kind of had to like makeshift a whole new test on the spot instead of doing like the normal layout that I do. But we made it work, and I mean, honestly, there were some moments where I was like, what am I doing? Kat, what are you doing? But overall, if you look at the test as a whole, I think it was pretty good. And we managed a second place, which I was so happy with. And honestly, I wasn't sure if we were gonna like place at all because the competition was really tight. Like there were some really nice horses in this class. So we managed a second, which means we also made it to the championship, which will be after these videos as well. And this is our entire individual test. I thought I'd just add the whole thing. And you'll see I'm doing this like half circle, and then in the next corner she kind of canted instead of lengthening. So that's where the makeshift starts. So, our last show class for the day was the Junior Open Championship, which is just where everyone who's placed first and second in either show hack, show riding, or show hunter. We all go in this and then like do another individual test for whichever class we like placed in. So yeah, here's the go around, and honestly I think this is one of the best tests that we've done in total. I kind of changed it up a lot because I thought, rather add more like interesting things than just like the typical half circle, and then one lengthen. So I did half circle, lengthen trot, half circle, lengthen trot, and I mean, you'll see. But I was so happy with how Kat went, especially because she was standing in the stable for like 20 minutes before this because they still had to do the show hunter. And then literally our warm-up was just trotting to the arena. So very impressed with her. She was just so good.
Best days passes by, and most long for a place that they never find. I'm afraid I wake up when I die, and it is too late to climb any mountain. Time is of the essence, the blood running through our core. It's best to not feel sorry when it's over. That you've ever seen before, and I'll stay eternal. Run out when things don't go to plan. I kinda lose my mind. I hope it's real. This life comes around. Just keep your faith and search for the fountain. Time is of the essence, the blood running through our core. It's best to not feel sorry when it's over. Will be the greatest that you've ever seen before, and I'll stay eternal.
Last class for the day, and it was working riding, so it was quite an interesting test, and you'll see why right about now. So we had this whole like theme of the Stormers, like the rugby team, and they came over to Stellenbosch on the Saturday, and we did this whole like riders versus Stormers thing. It was quite entertaining to watch, I won't lie. I should have actually taken videos. Oh well. So they kept the theme going for the working riding, and we had to run around with a rugby ball in our arms the whole time. I meant to say ride around. I don't know why I said run around. So that like little thingy thing, very impressed with how Kat just went through that. I do think my reins were a bit long, so it looked kind of ugly at times. But we made it work. I was just glad we actually made it into the lane. Jumped the jump nicely, and then hopped off here. I had to figure out how to get off of a horse with a ball in my hand, but also made that work, and also didn't fall like as I got off. which is always a worry because you never know. My foot could get stuck on who knows what, and then I fall in the middle of the arena, and then that's just embarrassing. So yeah, I didn't do that. And then I was the only one in my class who actually kicked the ball over the fence, the jump, and I was quite impressed with myself. Because I was just thinking, like, imagine I kick it over the fence and it just goes flying down into the dressage arena, like, below this one. It wouldn't have been very fun. So yeah, there, I kicked it over. That was the end of our round. I mean, honestly, the test was easy in itself. It's just the fact that we had a rugby ball that we had to ride with the whole time. And I wasn't planning on going one-handed. It just kind of happened. I was like, I can just tuck it under my arm, and go both, like, hands on the reins, but it didn't happen. Then Kat was having a bit of a moment with the rosette going on her. So it was a bit of a mission taking photos. Here's our lap of honor. We came first. Oh my word, I was so happy. So since we came first, we also made it to the Supremes, which was just after this. And the Supreme class was a bit of a mess, I won't lie. I don't really know. I think it might have been because we were standing at the end of the row. So there were a good 8 or 9 people who went before us, and Kat was just kind of over it. And it was lunchtime, she wanted her food. She'd been ridden for ages at this point because, we'd just done all of our show classes. And those bending poles were supposed to be done one-handed, and I nearly missed the last one. So I was like, nope. Putting my hands back on the reins, rather make it through there. Then I got bumped in the head by that little puffy thing, which looked a bit dumb, but anyway. And then usually, Kat's preference to landing after a jump is the right leg. So I was like, okay, she'll land right. It'll be great. Then for once, she decided to land left. And I was like, excuse me, this is strange, So we landed on the wrong lead. It was just a mess of a thing. It could have been much better. But I'm glad she actually jumped that because there were some horses who full on knocked it over. I was like, oh no, Kat, don't do that. But she didn't. So nice halt at the end, nice ending. Very, very, very happy with how Kat performed this weekend. It was our last show with me as a junior. I was like, oh my word, I finally got a sash. I've never gotten a sash before. I don't know if you call it a sash. I don't know what else you would call it, but got one of those things. Anyway, so here's a few extra little videos that my sister got, which I thought I'd add in just for the fun of it. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. My last ever show as a junior, last show of the year as well. And I'm not sure when the next show is going to be. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy and that, if you want to subscribe, you can. And I'll see you guys in the next video.